name is Jennifer Tan, and I'm the president of the 2014 graduating class of Clearbrook High School. I would like to welcome you all to our commencement ceremony. Out of respect for the dignified nature of this ceremony, we ask that at this time you turn off all cell phones and pagers. Now I ask Emily Luna, class secretary, to come forward with the invocation.
Guests and seniors, please rise for the invocation. Gentlemen of the audience and senior class, please remove your hats. Creator of us all, thank you for bringing families, friends, and faculty together to celebrate this special moment in our lives. Thank you for blessing the class of 2014 with 4 wonderful years of memories and experiences that have matured us into compassionate citizens, ready to enter the world as young adults, affecting change wherever we go. Be with us tonight as we celebrate the hard work of these students. Bless us as we begin our journey onward and guide us in all the challenges life will present. This we ask in your name. Amen. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the Clearbrook JROTC Color Guard, the national anthem, which will be sung by Kevin Doe, and then the pledges of allegiance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible, Please be seated.
My name is Hiba Khan, and I'm the treasurer of the senior class. It is my honor to recognize the members of the Clear Creek Board of Trustees who are in attendance today. Please hold your applause until after all have been introduced. They are Ms. Winifred Weber, President; Dr. Laura DuPont, Vice President; Mr. Ken Balaker, Secretary; Ms. Ann Hammond; Mr. Charles Pond; Ms. Paige Rander, and Ms. Dee Scott. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Hi, my name is Miriam Malik, and I'm the Vice President of the senior class. I would like to introduce the members of the Clear Creek Independent School District Administration who are here with us today. Please hold your applause until all of them have been introduced. They are Dr. Greg Smith, Superintendent of Schools; Dr. Stephen Ebel, Deputy Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction; Mr. Paul McLarty, Deputy Superintendent of Business and Support Services; Mr. Scott Bockert, Assistant Superintendent for Secondary Schools; Ms. Holly Hughes, Assistant Superintendent for Elementary Schools; Ms. Sheila Haddock, General Counsel; Dr. Casey O'Pry, Executive Director for Human Resources; and Ms. Elena Fulton, Director of Public Information. Thank you for joining us this evening.
My name is Christy Saad, and I am the class historian. I would like to introduce the members of the Clearbrook administration and staff that are here with us today. Please hold your applause until all of them have been introduced. Head Principal, Ms. Michele Staley; Associate Principal, Ms. Sharon Lopez; Dean of Instruction, Ms. Adrienne Shanklin-Miles; Assistant Principal, Mr. Adam Douglas; Assistant Principal, Ms. Jennifer Galt; Assistant Principal, Mr. Jimmy Greer; Assistant Principal, Ms. Monica Speaks; Lead Counselor, Ms. Emily Warner; Counselor, Ms. Renee Armstrong; Counselor, Ms. Ebony Barnett; Counselor, Ms. Iraima Lopez Bauer; Counselor, Ms. Ronwyn Pattinson; Counselor, Ms. Joyce Young; and Student Support Counselor, Ms. Amy Ruiz. The teachers who will read names of the graduates are Ms. Diana Ballard, Mr. Jeff Brewer, Mr. J.T. Buford, Ms. Ann Daly, Mr. Ryan Davies, Mr. David J. Durr III, Ms. Elena Garza, Ms. Pat Jones, Ms. Kim Manis, Mr. Ron Page, Ms. Carrie Peterson, and Ms. Kim Rush. We also recognize the faculty advisors who have volunteered their time to be with us on this special occasion. They are seated with the class. Thank you to all of you for sharing this special occasion.
Good evening. I'm Adam Douglas, Assistant Principal at Clearbrook High School, Principal of the senior class. Graduates who have enlisted in one of the branches of the Armed Forces of the United States of America, please stand. Here, today, in Veterans Memorial Stadium, and on the occasion of this commencement ceremony, we pause to salute you for choosing a military commitment to serve your classmates and your country. We trust that you will serve with dignity and honor, and we are grateful for your dedication to our freedom and our country. Bless each of you as you serve. I would now like to introduce Dr. Greg Smith, Superintendent of the Clear Creek Independent School District, who would like to address the graduates.
Thank you, Mr. Douglas. I'd like to take an opportunity to also recognize our veterans who are joining us here in the audience, friends, relatives of our graduates tonight. So if we have any veterans in the stands, I'd like for you to rise so that we can acknowledge your patriotism as well. Thank you very much. Well, congratulations, graduates in class of 2014. You're leaving the Clear Creek Independent School District at the top of your game, as indicated by the recent U.S. News and World Report, which ranks Clearbrook High School as one of the top high schools in the nation, so congratulations. It is through your hard work, teamwork, and sense of community that your school is nationally recognized as a destination for learners, public servants, and competitors. Competitors like your two National Merit Scholars, Brett Jackson and Cooper Ratterink, who are attending Texas A&M University and the University of Texas, respectively. Indeed, it is great to be with you tonight, but I must confess I can't remember one word that was said at my high school graduation 38 years ago. I can remember that it was outside, and I sweat then like I'm doing underneath this robe now. Lots of sweat. I have stood before many graduating classes during my time as superintendent, central office administrator, and high school principal. As a matter of fact, I think I'm pretty close to standing before my 100th graduating class this weekend. And each year it certainly gets harder to dole out a couple tips for success or how to say thank you. Thank you. Because frankly, you've experienced a lot of life already. You've also experienced failure. And from that failure, you've also found the strength to get back up again. You stepped out into a world and made it a better place through clubs and volunteer work, and you're not too smart that you know that you can learn from others. In fact, you recognize sometimes it is just as important to follow as it is to lead. You know success is not measured by the number of A's you've earned, but rather by the number of experiences that you have created. And I hate to burst your bubble, but not one future employer is going to ask you how in the heck you did on your tax test or end-of-course exam. You know life is not perfect, and the road to your destination is not straight, and it certainly will not be as smooth as you would like. While the road will definitely have some bumps, curves, detours, it will not have limits unless you put them there. Just ask Ian Hellair. Being here tonight is extraordinarily special to his mother and father. Ian was in a major life-threatening car accident just days before the first day of his senior year. Recovery was long and painful, but he made it through with the help and support from Ms. Lopez, Mr. Greer, and Mr. Tran. These Clearbrook High School staff members saved Ian's academic life. Ian, I'm glad you made it tonight. The road to get here tonight for Maryam Malik started in Pakistan when her father decided to uproot the family and build their own American dream 2 years ago. Maryam's father was an esteemed chemical engineer in his home country. He left his career behind, started a washateria, all to give his daughter a great quality education in this great country. She not only learned the English language, but mastered some of the most difficult courses in high school. She also has a deep appreciation for diversity and has done her part to make a difference through the Model United Nations endeavor. Clearbrook High School is the nurturing ground for great leaders, such as Stephen Wilson. I've known Stephen for several years. His eyes are like as big as a deer in the headlights right now. And he reflects the strength of this class. Stephen was always at the top of the heap of his class, but more importantly, he values family, his faith, and his future. Some students and even adults would steer clear of challenges and fear of failure, but Stephen knows what it takes to succeed. It takes ambition and the competitive spirit. It takes being punctual and accountable for all you do. It takes being flexible because you never know where that road will take you. Good luck at the University of Texas, Stephen. Also want to give special praise to my good friend Carson Barker for traveling with me to College Station one beautiful fall day and looking into a beautiful sea of maroon jerseys and shirts and turning me and saying, "This is where I belong." You do belong in College Station, Carson, and your family and I will be cheering you on. Good luck in Aggie Land. So seniors, what can you take from these stories of your classmates tonight or from my previous remarks about my high school graduation so you remember this night 38 years from now? Perhaps, just perhaps, there are many different definitions of success. Or just perhaps you too will realize life is about perspiration, whether it is tonight or 38 years from now. My life's finding is really no surprise. You certainly get out of life what you put into it, and you are entitled to nothing whatsoever. Or as noted academic and lifetime philosopher, linguistic talent, and sometimes country western singer George Strait once sang, life's not about the breath you take, but the moments that take your breath away. And as you leave the gates of Veterans Memorial Stadium tonight, please know how very proud we are of you, each of you. You have served your school and your community well and prepared for a future that is unlimited and has potential for great opportunities and learning experiences. So congratulations, Wolverines. Now let's go sweat.
Please help me welcome Madeline Schaefer, who will address you as class salutatorian, and then Ruchika Bengani, who is valedictorian of the class of 2014.
Wow. I don't know about you guys, but I can't believe it's already here. We, the class of 2014, are graduating tonight. But before I begin, I'd like to welcome the many parents, educators, and friends gathered here to support us. Without you all, we would be nowhere near where we are right now. It was your endless patience, support, and dedication that helped mold us into the people we are today. 4 years ago, I sat way out in the bleachers and watched as my older brother walked across this very stage and received his diploma. I remember thinking he was so old and grown up. I mean, he was graduating. How cool is that? But now, the roles are reversed, and he's sitting up in the stands watching me receive my diploma. I've realized something. Although graduating high school is an extraordinary achievement, it is not the end goal. Over the next few months, many of us will enter the workforce, join the military, or head off to college. And even though our future plans will lead us down different paths, there will always be one thing we have in common. No matter what we do after we leave this place, we will continue to grow, meet new people, and make new memories. In August of 2010, we became the newest members of the Clearbrook family. We were finally in high school, which we all thought automatically made us cool. Looking back now, however, I can see that we were not cool by any definition of the word. We're a bit more confident as sophomores, having survived our first year in high school. This is when many of us got our driver's licenses and started our first jobs. We finally had a taste of that independence and responsibility we've been craving since middle school. Junior year was a whirlwind of excitement. We were finally the upperclassmen. No more getting booed at pep rallies, and no more watching our steps so we didn't bump into the seniors at lunch. And even as we struggled through our AP level courses or stressed over the SAT, we stayed strong because we had almost reached the light at the end of the tunnel, senior year. From banging pots and pans on our last homecoming carnival day to the beginning of senioritis in the second semester, I feel that I can speak for many when I say that this past year has been one filled with an abundance of opportunity and adventure. If there is one thing I'd hope we could all take with us as we leave this place tonight, it would be that we allow ourselves to be open to having new experiences and meeting new people. At the start of the year, I decided that I would step out of the comfort of my own familiar group of friends and try new things with new people. Because of this, my senior year was much more fulfilling than I ever thought possible. I had many unbelievable experiences and gained some really great friends. As we all continue on with our lives, the opportunities available to us will only get better. and I hope that everyone here, myself included, will decide to step out of his or her comfort zone and embrace all that life has to offer. But before I end this speech, there are a few people I'd like to thank. First and foremost, my mom and dad for encouraging me and supporting me every step of the way. I can't begin to count the number of times when I, in a true senior fashion, waited until the last minute to start a big project. And instead of saying, "I told you so," you stayed up with me and asked what you could do to help. I can't put into words my love and appreciation for you. I'd like to thank my brother Carl as well. I'll admit, you set the bar pretty high when you left for college, but all that did was motivate me to work harder and become a better version of myself. You've become more than just my big brother. You're an inspiration when I get lazy, a tutor when I just can't seem to understand Mr. Page's calculus homework, and most importantly, a friend when I need someone to talk to. Finally, I'd like to thank my teachers. Mr. Harris for making sure no one practiced wizardry or sent smoke signals when we had a sub in world history. Mrs. Harrell for putting a smile on my face when she sang the answers to our physics homework every day. And Mrs. Sanders for continuing to support me and believe in me long after I left her classroom. And to the graduating class of 2014, we began our journey together as freshmen. Now, we're graduating together as seniors. Thank you for an amazing 4 years, and I wish the best of luck to you all.
Good evening, everyone. It seems like only yesterday when we first walked under Brook's white arches and onto campus for our first time. Over these 4 years, our class has bonded over the sports we've all cheered on, the fire drills we've all prayed for, depending on the weather, of course, and the snow days we've all appreciated. Today, we exit the safety of bumping against our friends in Brook's beloved hallways and enter the real world. When we all came to Brook, we started as uncertain, unconfident freshmen, scared of our unknown futures. We felt as if every little mistake meant it was the end of the world. Except, at the end of the day, we've all made it here, despite our mistakes. We cannot be afraid of the future and what it beholds. That stress will stop us from achieving our future goals. So, how do we achieve our goals? What do we need to do to make our aspirations a reality? We first have to dream. If not for dreamers, life would be pretty boring. Where would we be without visionaries like Steve Jobs or Martin Luther King Jr.? Their dreams changed the course of human history. As kids, we all had dreams. Some of us wanted to be astronauts, president, actors. Yet today, the realities of life prevent us from actually believing in those dreams. We feel as if they were impractical or silly. People give up. They accept their present, and they never realize their inner potential. However, over these 4 years, we, the class of 2014, have learned to dream big. Walt Disney once said, "If you can dream it, you can do it." If there is something out there that we truly wish to achieve so badly that it consumes us, we must stop solely wishing for it and instead just do it. Yet, that is easier said than done. Achieving our goals won't be easy, and there will be plenty of times where we will want to quit. However, no matter what our future endeavors may be, today we should vow to never settle. To truly achieve our dreams, we will have to pick ourselves up. We will have to be tenacious towards achieving our goals, and we can do it. There are many amazing things about Brook, but one thing that stands out is our diversity. We are people with completely different, yet nonetheless amazing backgrounds, stories, and talents. Although I may be speaking before you today, I am certainly not the only one here who is number one. You all sitting in the audience right now are top photographers, dancers, singers, and professional athletes. You will become the world's leading diplomats, artists, entrepreneurs, teachers, and much more. Over the past 4 years, we have achieved remarkable feats in sports, academics, the arts, and all of our extracurricular activities. Our success has been the result of our ambition to do our personal best, to persist, to persevere, to perfect ourselves, to work as a team and as individuals. This shows that we can do it. We can overcome any challenges that come our way. Our class's numerous achievements would not have been made possible without the help, support, and guidance of our parents, teachers, counselors, coaches, and the overall inspiration from our entire school community. These mentors have given us the courage to dare, the knowledge to excel, and the belief that we can succeed. They have instilled in us the self-confidence needed to reach for our dreams. Thank you, teachers, for your time and dedication you have devoted to us graduates. Thank you, Mr. Rutledge and Clearbrook Speech and Debate. We've had great laughs, fond memories, and crazy adventures over these past 4 years. Thank you, friends. Because there is absolutely no way we could have survived high school without each other. And finally, a special thank you to my family, especially my parents and my brother. You all have had to deal with me at my worst moments and times where I completely doubted myself. But the two of you have always been there for me, and it's so comforting to know that I had and will always have your support. We all have dreams. Some of us will join the military. Some of us will become engineers, doctors, lawyers. We will feel the pressure. The stakes will be higher. Hearts will beat faster along our upcoming journey. But let's not let the future paralyze us. Let's be excited for what is to come and search for ways to fulfill our aspirations through action and achievement. Every penny tossed into a fountain and candle blown out at a birthday has to be for our dreams. We are the class of 2014. Let's go out, face the world, and live our dreams. We will always be Clearbrook Wolverines on a quest for the best. Good luck, everyone, and don't forget to dream it, wish it, do it. Thank you.
Miss Michele Staley is the principal of Clearbrook. I now ask her and Assistant Principal, Mr. Adam Douglas, to come forward to present the R.G. Summerford Award.
Thanks, Jen. The R.G. Summerford Award is a very special award selected by the teachers at Clearbrook High School. The award is named in honor of the first principal of Clearbrook High School. The students who receive this award are considered the most outstanding senior boy and girl. The students are well-rounded in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities. They exemplify citizenship, scholarship, leadership, and service to the school and community. At this time, I would like to ask that the following students come forward to receive the R.G. Summerford Award for the class of 2014. Chelsea Sincox and Yanni Roustis. So good evening, graduates, trustees, parents, and distinguished guests. Welcome. We are very happy you all are here to celebrate the accomplishments of the graduating class of 2014. Before I address the students, I would like to ask all former Clearbrook High School graduates to stand and be recognized. Lots of Wolverines out there. I love it. So to the class of 2014, we are Clearbrook, a group of strong, educated, caring students who have come together for the past 4 years to not only better yourselves, but your community. You've performed nationally in debate, DECA, science fair, our Merit Scholar winners, among other academic awards. You've given your time and your compassion to mentor elementary students across CCISD. You've worked tirelessly to raise money to fight all forms of cancer, as well as successful blood drive campaigns. I've always said that the students at Clearbrook have a servant heart, and you exemplify that every day. You've not only learned through your academics at Clearbrook, but you've taken advantage of the opportunities that present themselves through our diverse population and cultures. You may have been born in the United States, or Mexico, India, Germany, China, other countries around the world. However, in our school in Friendswood, Texas, in this stadium in CCISD, we are Clearbrook, and we are proud of it. Absolutely. There is no other school or group of students I want to spend my days learning and growing with than the Wolverines. I want to encourage you to continue learning, to continue to set high expectations for yourself, and to continue to be part of a greater community. The lessons you have learned at Brook will serve you throughout your lifetime. Remember them, cherish them, and learn from them as you travel on your quest for the best. Thank you for 4 wonderful years. It has been my pleasure to be your principal. Good luck to you, class of 2014. And as always, go Wolverines. Dr. Smith, please come forward. I am Michele Staley, verify that these students have met the requirements for graduation from Clearbrook High School as stipulated by the Clear Creek Independent School District.
Thank you, Ms. Staley. According to the laws of the state of Texas and the requirements of Clear Creek Independent School District, I now declare that members of the class of 2014 seated before me as graduates of Clearbrook High School in the Clear Creek Independent School District. Congratulations.
To friends and families in the audience, in consideration for all families who deserve to hear their students' names called, please be courteous and do not rob them of that special event with loud noises that would prevent the next name being heard by all. Thank you. Seniors on stage and seniors in the front row, please rise.